What is going on, guys? Logan here for a new video, and today I'm be doing a little bit of just basic maintenance on my car. I'm going to be changing my shocks and struts. My car has about 100,000 miles and I never changed them. I didn't know it, but it's basically just regular maintenance. As I said, you're supposed to change your struts every 50,000 miles or so, just to, you know, keep that smooth feel, that smooth ride. For me, how I knew that my struts need to be changed is as I go over bumps, there's a horrible creaking noise, popping noise. That's a huge Mustang issue from 2011, 2014, but other things like my car would be following grooves in the road. I have really bad bump steer, which if y'all don't know what bump steer is, it's like when you go over bumps or curves in the road, your car kind of wants to, tend to follow those grooves, follow the, angle of the bump. Pretty much my car just doesn't feel nearly as tight as it should be and as it used to be. But when I first started feeling this, I actually took my car to get a suspension check, and the place I took it to, they said it was all fine, and I did a little bit of digging myself and found out my struts are bad. And I apologize for no kind of uploads or anything in the last week and a half or so, but that's because I've actually been in vacation out in Denver. I don't really want to, broadcast that I'm out in Denver. Just because some of y'all know where I live, I just don't need to be, broadcasting it. Hey guys, I'm not home. Just letting y'all know. I had a few people reach out to me, which was kind of crazy to me because for me, I've been doing YouTube videos for about 3 years, and it's kind of cool now that I'm finally getting up to the point where when I don't upload for a little bit, people are starting to message me, asking me what's up, making sure I'm okay. So you guys are awesome. Now here in Texas, amazingly, this right here is 6 o'clock. So I have this light right here just to, illuminate everything so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. It's actually not hard at all. I actually went ahead, I actually already changed my driver's side struts, but here is the old one right here, well, the original one. Now I do have lowering springs, and that is one thing that I've always complained about is how low my car is, because I live here in Houston, ton of bumps, roads are terrible, and it's just a really stiff ride. So what I did is I went ahead and got these right here. I believe the brand name is Torque. I'll put the exact name down below, but these right here are just quick struts, and for those of you who don't know what quick struts are, it's the spring and strut in one, so you don't have to get any kind of spring clamp or anything. So pretty much for me, the quick strut is an experiment. I'm just going to see how I like my car, back to stock ride height. If I want it back lower again, I'll just go get a spring compressor from AutoZone for free. All you have to do is rent it and swap them on over. Since I went ahead and did my driver's side struts, I am going to skip a few steps, such as, just jacking up the car, loosening the lug nuts, different things like that. Just the basic little things. I'm not a mechanic by any means, but this right here, I would give it a solid, 5 out of 10. It's not hard by any means. Just follow all the steps I do and you'll have this done in no time. Now me, I'm a firm believer that what you pay for is what you get when it comes to automotive stuff, but with these struts right here, well, struts and shocks, the entire kit, 230 bucks. Yes, that is very cheap compared to some of the other kits out there. Like I'm seeing some kits go for like 700-800 bucks, but what I like so much about these is that they have a lifetime warranty. So if they fail, I'm just gonna go ahead and get some new ones. Now the tools required to change your struts is very, very simple. All you need is a 18mm socket, a 3/4 socket, a 13mm socket, a 10mm socket, and a 17mm wrench. And of course that's excluding things like the jack and the 4-way over there. But let's go ahead and get started. The first step is to take off your wheel. I'm just gonna go ahead and set the wheel right here just so that I can actually sit on the wheel when I'm actually doing all my work. So after you've gone ahead and removed your wheel, you're gonna wanna go ahead and look right back here, take a 10mm and take off the bolt right there that's holding your brake lines on. And here it is right here. So next up, you're going to want to go ahead and take your 18mm socket and a 17mm wrench, and you're going to want to go ahead and undo this bolt right here. You're going to want to go ahead and put the wrench behind here, hold that bolt in place while you're loosening it up here. Now I will say, because I did the other side, this bolt's on here hard, so you got to get some leverage. What I did was I just let this bolt, or let the wrench right there hang, and basically I just kept my hands just like this, and I just standing up as hard as I could. It'll break loose, but just letting you know, it's gonna take some muscle power to get this thing off.
Get your back into it, Lily.
Woo! Got it. And once you break it loose, it is easy. Now after you've gone ahead and removed that bolt right there, you're going to want to go ahead, come down here and remove both of these bolts. After you remove these bolts, this entire, the spindle and everything, the rotor, the entire assembly will just hang down. So for me, what I did is I just put my jack up underneath right here so that the jack just catches it, just so it doesn't fall. But after you've removed both of these bolts right here, you've gotten all the hard work done. Now to remove those 2 bolts, you're gonna have to go ahead and use a 18 millimeter along with a breaker bar. That's just what I recommend because these bolts, they are in here snug. Okay, went ahead and finally got these bolts broken loose. Took some pressure, but I got it. Ooh, see, even though that bolt right there was broken loose, still took a little bit of effort. Now I went ahead and took the lower bolt out. The upper bolt's still in there, it's loose. So I went ahead and put the jack under here. But before you loosen everything up, you're gonna wanna go ahead and take off that Christmas tree clip right there, just so your brake line doesn't pull or anything when you take it off. Okay, now that you have all those bolts loosened down there, you're gonna go ahead and take your 13 millimeter wrench and loosen these 4 bolts here. Just know that when you loosen the last bolt, the entire strut's gonna fall out. Okay, now that I have all 4 bolts off up here, I can go ahead and take off this final bolt, which will allow the entire strut to come out. And strut came out. Ooh, and here we go, old strut's out. Okay, so for these quick struts, you're gonna wanna go ahead and take these bolts off that's already on here just before you put it in, and put it back on once you install it. Okay, and to put it back in, it's just as simple as taking it out. Just put it in, making sure all the holes are facing you. Fit it in right here. Man. Okay, and after you poke these through, just go ahead and put some of these bolts on so that you don't have to hold it anymore with the other hand. Whew. Okay, now that you have a few bolts holding the new strut in, all you're going to want to go ahead and do is just repeat the process just in reverse. So you're going to go ahead, put this part up here, which having it on a jack makes it a little easier to maneuver because this thing is heavy. So just you're going to want to go ahead, line up all these holes, push this little Christmas tree pin on, and put everything back in. And now that I have everything tightened, I went ahead, tightened those 4 bolts up there and everything down here. I am done. Just remember that there is 2 of the 18 millimeter bolts right there. The 3/4 you're gonna need up there, and the, the 10 millimeter you're actually gonna need way back here on that one. So there you have it. I am done with these struts. It was fairly simple. I mean, some basic hand tools, jack, and hey, I went ahead and changed my struts. Saved myself a few $100. Now, I am only changing the struts in this video. I will be changing my rear shock absorbers this weekend, so I'll be posting another video then. But guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that I was able to walk some of y'all through. If I did, just let me know down in the comments if I was helpful. But guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.